Hi, it's me, Bam. And as some of you guys may know, I have a YouTube channel called Bam Plays. I actually have a few other things that I'm trying to get going on the side. It's why I've been kind of so scatterbrained lately, why I haven't streamed on Twitch a lot lately, but I want to let you guys know I am back to streaming on Twitch regularly, doing the podcast regularly, as I have been doing. I try to do it even more regularly than that. Also, all that link in the description below. But what I wanted to go over today, especially, is my podcast. Okay, so as you guys can see, I actually use Anchor to do the podcast, but you don't guys listen to it on Anchor directly. If you guys do, there'll be a link in the description below if you want to listen to it on Anchor directly, but you can also listen to it on Apple Podcast, Breaker, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Spotify, Stitcher, and of course RSS feed thingy-mabob. Well, some of these I've never actually heard of. Remember when there was only Apple Podcasts back in the day? They were called iPodcasts or iCasts or something. They were only popular on iPhones and whatnot. Well, anyway, as you can see, I have a lot of episodes here. Let's see. It wasn't till episode 7 where I was like, man, I've made it. The reason why is because I did an interview with special guest D.E. Taylor, which, in case you guys don't know, is a D staff member. And then later on, the next thing I did a podcast with one of my best friends, well, my best friend actually. Her name is Chi. She's a real good friend of mine. She's actually a mod on some of my channels if you check me out on those channels. Then, I talked about TinderCon 2019 predictions. Yeah, I've had this podcast for quite a while. I also did a podcast episode featuring D.E. Megan. Yeah, that's right, D. Megan. If you want like I said, link will be in the description below. Podcast. That's all I got to say about that. State of Warframe, we continue on and on. I actually decided to make season, this a new season, entered with the new year. I just decided to make it a new season. And then we have Spilling the Tea with D.E. Marcus. We're just talking about different things, and it's a fun little thing. It's probably the longest episode to date on here. But yeah. Okay. Now, we are also up to episode 12 on season 3. Well, okay, so the name is Warframe Madness Podcast, but really, I talk a little bit about Warframe because I'm a big fan of the Warframes. But then I use the back half. I've been putting them in double format lately. First half will be Warframe. Second half is usually whatever. The only exception to that splitting them up rule is if I have a special guest, then the whole thing would just be kind of whatever. But yeah, and I'd love to know what you guys exactly think. Do you guys check out my podcast? Do you know it exists? Do you guys check out my Twitch? Do you guys know it exists? Do you guys check out Fan Plays, my other YouTube channel? Did you know it exists? Would you like a very helpful link to all of my stuff so you can follow it and follow me and whatnot? Because a lot of what I do, I actually post on Twitter as soon as I do it. Also, link in the description below. Actually, a lot of my links are in the description below. This episode originally was going to be just about me doing the gift of the loaded alerts on Warframe. But A, my controller not charged, which I should probably do that before my next stream. And B, I actually I decided to do this because I realize not a lot of people know much about this podcast existence and whatnot, or the other stuff I try to do behind the scenes. So hopefully this has informed you guys of that. And I think I'm honestly going to end the video here. I know what you guys are like. It's not 10 minutes yet, Vamp. But no, I'm just going to go ahead and end it now. With that said, I'll catch you guys in the future. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, you guys that informed you. If you didn't know, if you did know, congratulations. You've been keeping up with my stuff. Now, this podcast, I don't know if it's going to always remain called the Warframe Madness podcast, but I'm Warframe Madness, so it can be about me. Might change the name in the future. Don't really know. But whatever happens, I'll keep you guys up to date. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the future. Later.